with that down, let's get things started with this, shall we? One of the films that they presented to us at CinemaCon that really blew our minds, that we just loved, was the trailer for Weapons. Now, of course, we've heard some early reactions that were all pretty good for Weapons. Well, the full review embargo is now up pretty early for that. And a number of high-profile outlets have already been putting in their reviews. And as of right now, and I'm sure this will change, but as of this recording, Weapons is holding a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes as we speak and as we do this. Now, it's only about 13 reviews that are in, but they're all from pretty significant places. Let's go over some of them here. IGN Movies wrote, a righteous, fully actualized genre bending in which writer-director Zack Cregger hones Barbarian's blend, of course, because he was the guy who did Barbarian, blend of unbearable tension and dark humor to a new level of razor sharpness. Dextro write, Weapons does everything a good horror movie should. It grips, confounds, terrifies, and provokes in equal measure, while also managing to entertain for every second of its runtime. Inverse wrote, Weapons is as haunting and cerebral as it is almost cartoonishly funny, producing a cocktail of emotions nearly as disarming as the film itself. Exclaim wrote, beneath the visceral moments of violence and the gory imagery, writer-director Zack Cregger offers up a film that speaks to the dangers of groupthink and the hive mind, especially as pertains to young people. Geeks of Color wrote, overall, Weapons is a great time at the cinema and a well-made horror film. Cinema Blend writes, it's intimate while also being epic. It's scary while expertly utilizing humor as punctuation, and even the most dedicated cinephiles will be rocked by its surprises. And it just goes on. Rob, I know when we saw the preview for this at CinemaCon, you immediately proclaimed, Barbarian aside, you immediately proclaimed to me that is going to be one of my most anticipated films of the year. And you've been hyperly excited about this film. We got some first reactions that sounded good. Full reviews are now coming out. They sound outstanding. What do you think about the reviews we're hearing? Is there anything standing out to you in particular? And where's your anticipation level right now for the movie?
So IGN did a video review for Weapons on YouTube, and one of the lines in that review was, the movie is Russian roulette for the senses. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that is a great line. You know,
that is a great line.
If I were to ever make a movie where somebody gave me that, first of all, that would be the top blurb that would be on my key art, my one sheet. But, you know, I read a earlier draft of the script of this movie, and it was wild. Like, and I've heard that Zack Cregger has said that when he sat down to write this movie, he didn't really have a plan. He kind of, and that's kind of how I get where he got that, because a lot of times Stephen King would talk about sitting down and writing a story and not knowing where it was going to take him. People forget, like, The Green Mile that King wrote was released as individual, like, short paperbacks when it originally came out, and he didn't know where it was going. And I think sometimes I wouldn't recommend screenwriters take that on as a rule. But a guy like Zack Cregger I think he has a singular talent. You know, he came out of the talent world and he came out of the comedy world. And so I think he's a really talented guy. And I read the script for Barbarian before I saw it as well. And I thought the movie was a great realization of that script. But from what I've seen, the movie has turned out to be even better than the screenplay was. And when people are saying they're equating it to Magnolia. Well,
right, I remember that comparison. Yeah.
You know, what the trailer we saw at CinemaCon was terrifying, but what got me is that clip. I asked you if you saw the clip, and you said you did. It's
at
just
the gas station.
Yeah, it's just Josh Brolin confronting Julia Garner at the gas station. But then something happens. The camera work in that scene, the floating, moving, steady cam, the intensity of that. There's nothing when you're making a horror film. How you move a camera. Horror movies are all about, because the camera is going to take the audience where they don't want to go. Mm-hmm. It's going to move places where the audience doesn't want to go to. It's going to move into characters you don't want to see hurt. And if you know how to wield a moving camera when you're making a horror film, that's half the battle.
Because many don't.
Many try,
and
it
many
drives
fail.
me crazy. Horror movies are all about moving that camera. And when I saw that scene, I mean, I already was in 100%. I was in 110%. But that just little scene, I'm like, all right, this man knows what he's doing. And just the way it was, the cuts and the intensity of it and the way they play it out. I mean, I'm like, I want to see a whole movie like this. And I get to next week. And I'm very excited. I'm so excited for this movie. All I've ever seen. And I finally have just, again, with the releasing of clips, man, Fantastic Four did it. Now Weapons is doing it. I can't resist because I'm weak. I want to see these things. I want to see them. So I watch them. I wish they didn't release. If this is going to be the new thing, I'm going to have to leave the internet, man, because I can't resist. I mean,
that's another topic we should maybe bring up sometime. Not right now, but I mean, the topic of, are just releasing clips more effective than releasing trailers now? I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying we've seen a couple of examples now, like Weapons. Fantastic Four was far more effective with its clips rather than its trailers.
My only problem is that clip is as long as a trailer. It's almost 2 minutes.
Yes.
And when you're releasing that, you're not just showing us imagery, you're showing us a scene. So what you've done is you've completely spoiled that particular moment within the film if you've seen the clip. But the flip side is, who wouldn't want to see the whole movie after watching that clip?
Yeah, that's the purpose of it, right? Is to get you into the chairs. Anyway, guys, question is for you. The reviews are now coming out for Weapons, the full reviews. And as of right now, I don't expect that it will hold it, but as of this moment, it's got 100% from some pretty major outlets, and they're all loving it. I can't wait to see it next week. Whatever you guys think about these reviews, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.